My name is Andy Albright. I am from Burlington, North Carolina. I like it when I do meetings down this direction. I was in San Antonio, Texas yesterday, and I do them all over the country. And when I'm up north, and I realize there's some people in here that need for me to enunciate a little bit better.
Sir?
If I said to you, G-check, do you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
No, you don't do?
That dog won't hunt.
There you go. Not everybody understands that language. So I'm going to answer these questions right here. What is the alliance? I'll read them for you guys because it's kind of an angle. What is the opportunity? How do you do it? How do you make the money? And who else is doing it? So here's the first thing. Y'all ever run out of money before you run out of month? Y'all ever cook breakfast for dinner? Talking about it's a change of pace. Something different. Y'all ever fill up a crock pot but don't fill it all the way up, leave a little room, throw in some bones, some salt and pepper, call that seasoning. Put that stuff on some loaf bread, that stuff slap the brains out of your mouth. You ever feel like you've been held down by the man, like an invisible person? Have you ever been told you have too many degrees or you're overqualified? In the same month, you get told you're underqualified. I didn't like reporting to a boss. I didn't like, we had a union and they'd say like, we're negotiating pay. They'd be like, what's that? I said, that's what you're gonna get, 3. Same thing you got last year, year before that, and the year before that, 3%, same thing I'm gonna get. I hated that. I wanted some excitement, People always hit me with like, is this commission only? I'm like, yes, it's commission only, and you can make millions, as opposed to hourly only, and you ain't gonna make nothing, or salary, and you ain't gonna be nothing, I wanted something where I had a shot. So we got to get into it. So what is the alliance? So what we do is we sell life insurance. The big billion-dollar insurance companies pay us. Right now, I'm negotiating a deal with another one that's all into the Hispanic market. And I was just texting with the president. I'm meeting with the CEO Thursday. But that's what I do. I found one company that would do it like I wanted to do it. That was Fidelity and Guarantee. And so I started with them, and they gave me all the levels that I wanted, all the tiers I wanted. Then we got Mutual of Omaha. That was a big coup right there. And then we got Transamerica, which, that's big name insurance. So I started bringing all these insurance companies. So I just explained to them, I said, y'all got to spend the money to build this compensation system where you pay these tiers. And it was kind of archaic, but it was better. This is 20 years ago. It was better. Right now, we got a system that'll blow your mind right now, the way it pays. But so it pays you for everything they do. What's your name, sir?
Michael.
Michael, who invited you out?
Josh.
Okay, so Cameron gets paid, which Josh and Michael does, and anybody you hire across the country. That's pretty much what we do. We get other people, a lot of people, selling a lot of life insurance. The opportunity is huge with 70 million homes. We call it mortgage protection. Keep them from losing their house. If one of them dies or gets sick, has a heart attack, the insurance company gives them money. And so we were selling that right off the bat. Then we came across what they called final expense. I think y'all call it borough expense down here. Borough. So somebody's $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 at the most. And I was like, you kidding me? And they go like, no, there's 10,000 people a day turning 60 years old. And most of them don't have any way to bury themselves. And so we started mailing this stuff. So it's just kind of, then we got this thing called a tax-free retirement, where the younger people can put the money in the insurance, it accumulates tax-free, and you can take it out without taxes. So the opportunity is just huge. It's a big, big deal, as much as you want to make out of it. So how do you do it? I'm not going to get into the weeds, but I want to give you a real good idea how this works. The main thing is I wrote 4 books about it. And it kind of gives people an idea of exactly who we are. You can just pass those around, take a look at them. Leads, a bunch of stuff. Let's do this. This meeting, we said, let's start a series of meetings across the country that people can go to every week and get training for the people that are doing good. We call them hotspots. This is it's on the web. You can go to it. It's NAA Hotspots, and it tells you where all the meetings are every day, and you can go on the website and see who you need to talk to. Like Robbie's here next week. James is up in Atlanta. So what you do is you get to know the people across the country and where they do meetings. Rebecca Lixie does meetings, Chris Norris. So you get to know so that you can send people and work like teamwork. Kind of different than most companies where you're actually helping people out. That's a big deal. We have NAA University. That's what this is talking about, the Alliance University. Online, here's a list of not all the courses, but a lot of the courses. You can do it at your convenience. This stuff is free. You can work your way through it. It is comprehensive. So that's another tool. It's so many tools that we use. The leads. If you'd like to see them, you found more. Who's brand new? First time seeing this meeting ever?
First time I've seen you.
First time seeing me, but you've seen others. Just pass them around. We mail out 500,000 a week. Whether they fill them out or not, it's up to them. Usually it's less than 1%. We run something that says a lot of this on a television with people, like a commercial, and they call the 800 number. There's 3 other things I want to tell you that are real easy. We keep up with a book called the Activity Book, and you keep up with your number of phone calls. Now people say, what's the toughest thing? I said there's something you got to do. Here's the 2 somethings. You got to call these people, and you got to go to their house. That's it. 2 more things. Sales presentation. We make it so simple. And the main reason we don't want to become the quote man. So they say you can make a quote. I ain't make a quote. I'm going to flip the next page. What I'm going to do. This is who we are. You let them read it. You don't even have to read it to them. You just flip it through it. You're just flipping through. That's about Steve Thompson. That ain't about me. And see if he's got a picture. Yep, there he is. Picture of the family and license. So all you do is you flip through this. You start filling out the application. The application. People are always worried about application. It's an open book test application. You don't have to memorize stuff. You can ask the client the data and fill it out. And so you're just filling it out. You got to get them to sign it. You got to get their social security number on it, all that stuff like that, so you get the right person. All right. The last thing is promotion guideline. This is my favorite part. Promotions. Because with normal jobs, it was always a problem. They always wanted you to bide your time, wait your turn, company struggling, no matter how good you did, they had an excuse. We use these guidelines and we tell you exactly how it works and how to get promoted. And we call it our agent levels, get promoted up. Everybody honors the levels and they respect it. They don't want to try to get promoted ahead of time, but when they earn it, they want it right then. And we monitor that nationwide, make sure people get their promotions. Now, there's a lot more stuff that we do. With our tools, they just handed out the yellow book, the agent guidelines. Matter of fact, I'll give it back to you. But the promotion guidelines are in here, and then the exact example of how the commissions are compensated and how much you're made on every sale is in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. So how do you make money? My cousin told me, he said, all right, Andy, here's the way it works. He was really like, you got to come see this. And I was like, all right. He said, you're going to think this is crazy, Albright. But what you do, or cuz, he calls me cuz. What you do is you go over to people's houses and you go in, walk around, talk junk, laugh, cut up. You talk them into mailing money to the insurance company. And what the insurance company, they'll take the money you mailed, multiply it times 5, and put it in your bank account. I said, cuz, you need to get in quick and get out before it goes down. Cuz, he's like, it's mutual of Omaha, it's not illegal. I said, bro, it's just like it. I said, bro, are you telling me I don't have to mail the money? He said, no, you get them to mail their money in. I said, oh, God. He said, but they're getting a death benefit. I said, oh, hello, who's got to pay? Like if they die, who's got to give them money? He said, the insurance company. I said, what we got to do? We got to get their money. said, I'm trading them a bucket of money for $100,000 and all they got to pay, how much they going to pay? He said, well, it depends on how old they are and how much they want. You just plug it in a computer and it just popped out a number. And so the average amount was about $85 to $100. So if it's $100, it's $1,200 a year. So $100 a month will be a $1,200 sale. So if you go over to the first level, it says 55%. Then what you do is you just find the product, it's a formula, and you just multiply the premium times the percentage times the grid of the product, and they give you 9 months up front, which if you do 9 months, that's 75% of a year. They call that in advance. All right, so I'm going to talk to you about getting to be agency manager first. By the way, we're into how to make the money, right? So they mail the money, insurance company deposits the money in your checking account. All right, so let's talk about agency manager, how to get there. What you got to do, and this is the part that I liked. Okay, y'all might not like it, but I liked it. Get somebody else to do some of the work besides you. So what happens is, to become agency manager, you have to have 4 pretty big organizations. Not real big, but if this is a $1,200 sale, $100 times 12, $1,200 sale, you need $25,000 worth down through this first person. So the person you hire in Atlanta, who knows the person in Alabama, who knows the person in Florida, who knows the person in California. And you add it all up, and if it's over $25,000, you get a check mark on this level right here. So you check. So there's 4 levels. You just check, got one group, need a group doing $15,000, group doing $7,500, and a group doing $1. If you're making 25 sales, 15 sales, 10 sales a month, all you got to do is that 2 months in a row and you get promoted and you skip all the levels. You don't have to wait. So you can literally come out of the gates and make $200,000 first year, $60,000 first year, $500,000. I made $200,000 first year, $400,000, then about $800,000, and almost $2 million my 4th year. About the fastest we've seen it done is 2 years. Diane Lampy out of Dallas, Texas. She just went ape. I mean, just crazy hiring people and just worked all the time, and she's made crazy millions. But we want to get you to agency. The reason we want to get you to agency manager is so that anybody you hire anywhere, you're always making a percentage off of them. We call that the glow bonus. Okay? You can see it over there, but it's this right here. It's the 8%. But you got to get vested to guarantee you're going to make money off of somebody. Anytime you hire somebody, they're always connected to your number. You never lose them, but you cannot make money off of them until you get to agency manager. Now, you should make money off of them all the way up, but if you hire somebody and they go crazy, and that's one of your organizations, you got to eventually get the other 3 to get qualified or vested. Okay? We'll show you all this. I'm just giving you an idea. That's how you build a network. I want to tell you how to get sales on, let me quote you on one policy, $1,200, how much you make at agency manager. So the example is right across the top here. You take 85% times 1,200 times the grid number for the product, which is 0.79, times 75%, and your commission is $609.78 on that sale for a mortgage protection product for Columbian Financial Group. It's a company out of New York. So we'll teach you the products and teach you what best fits, and you can calculate how much you make per sale. Everybody, you add that group up. Let's say that group's doing $100,000. You're making 10%. You make 10% on $100,000 a month. I've got 79 different ones I've set up. Just crazy hierarchies. Let's see, who in here has sold, who's made $1 with us? Insurance companies has put more than $1 in your bank account. Keep your hand up. All right, so all y'all got paid a commission from one of our insurance companies, deposited in your checking account. All right, keep your hand up. Everybody looking around? That's a bunch of different people. Y'all stand up. These people overselling over $10,000 a month, stand up. Y'all give them a hand. Tell them how much you sell a month, Mark.
Right now, we're averaging about $30,000 to $40,000 a month.
Is that you and all your people, or just you?
Just me.
Just you, just him. That's pretty strong. You're just starting along. How many all expense paid trips have you and Shannon won with us?
This will be our
6th all expense paid trip. Woo-hoo!